You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
Ooh. Happy Monday in your little small faces. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you back.
Good weekend? Yeah, well, thanks. Nice to be back.
You last week a little bit.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, but again, super double secret.
It was, yeah. He was with Dog the Bounty Hunter working on that thing.
Love Dog.
Isn't he awesome?
Love Dog.
I had his son on the radio. That should surprise nobody.
Wow. So, Puppy the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, Pup the Bounty Hunter.
Wow.
I bet he gets that a lot.
Henry John Hines was born this day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Hines Corporation.
Yes. And, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they play at Heinz Field.
Yeah, he invented ketchup.
And, and one of my, you know what? And I'm torn between the two, Heinz 57 or A1. Where do you guys come down?
A1.
I like them both.
Yeah, see?
I can't, It's
like sometimes I got to have this one, sometimes I got to have that one.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. Let's see. Luke Perry left too soon. In fact, passed away 2019. Of course, super famous from Beverly Hills, 9 to whatever. But one of my favorite Hallmark movies.
Oh, yeah.
He starred in Love in Paradise.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
I still think it's so funny that you watch that stuff.
Would
that just cracks me up.
Hey, guys got to have a hobby, Heidi.
This is true.
Not always a
Punch
game
it up.
on.
Hallmark, Love in Paradise. He plays Avery Ford.
Yeah.
He's a Western film star.
Ah.
Ends up at a dude ranch. And it's a game changer.
I bet it is.
And Sunny Radio, boy, birthday greetings to you know or you love her, ladies and gentlemen. Cardi B is.
There we go.
Cardi B, of course, who makes music for women who shoplift at yard sales. It was 1950. 1950 this day, Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, issues the first license to broadcast television in color.
Ooh.
CBS.
Game changer.
It was magical. And some I never, ever did. For instance, I still will watch reruns of The Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, my dad loves it.
And when that jumped...
Every time it comes on.
When that jumped to color, it just lost something.
It did.
Yeah.
It kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'm like, why are we seeing it in color? It's weird.
Speaking of television, 1975, this day, Saturday Night Live premieres on NBC. Hosted by George Carlin.
Yeah, that was the first
He was the
episode.
master.
In 1983, wow, it took that long. It was 1983, no kidding, the last hand-cranked telephones in the United States went out of service.
Yeah.
As 440 phone customers in Bryant Pond, Maine, were switched over to direct dial.
No way, in 83.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you
Wow.
ring the thing and say, connect me to so-and-so? Yeah.
That still looks kind of cool.
Connect me to Dan Farris, please.
That is awesome.
Well, I'm old enough to remember we had a party line when I was growing up. Sorry, Mrs.
Yeah.
Kittleson.
You couldn't even imagine that today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was common.
That's what
Well,
it used
no,
to be.
the government is listening in all the time.
And our phone prefix back then, Minneapolis was, and I still think that, I don't remember the rest of the number, but I know it started with Jackson 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. There's a band that had
So
that.
me and my family, we were pretty cool back in the day.
Jackson.
Yep, there you go. Well, I know, we all know. We just get this thing done.
Going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Monday?
This is, it's interesting, but it's dark and it's depressing and it's just It's just crazy. I'm sure you got some of the coverage of that recent school shooting in Texas.
Yeah, that's too bad.
More details are coming out on that. Four kids shot. Suspect of high school shooting in Arlington, Texas, had injured 4. Family spokesman has come out and said, well, he was bullied.
Yeah.
For being wealthy.
Wait, what?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, my school was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
During a press conference, family members said it wasn't just one person that would bully him and harass him because he had nicer things than other kids. So it was
Wow.
parents and kids were jealous because he had nicer clothes and nicer cars and So yeah, 18-year-old Timothy Simpkins just whipped out a .45 caliber and shot 4 kids.
You don't do that. It's a terrible idea.
And here's the other surprising thing about this. He just posted $75,000 of bail. He's outfitted with an ankle monitor. He's just at home. It's bizarre. Bully, I get the bully thing. I was bullied as a kid. I mean, I don't know anybody who hasn't been bullied in their life on some level.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And
I get bullied in this office all the time by the two of you.
Well, you're an idiot.
Now that we've cleared that up.
She did present some evidence there, so. Wow. Thanks, Heidi.
But what a strange turn of events.
Yeah.
It's like he had been bullied for being wealthy, and this whole man.
My school was the exact opposite. You were bullied for not having the right shoes. You were bullied for not having the right school bag or the right jeans, or
it mystifies me. Every year this stuff happens multiple times and going on forever. And looking back at my school life, you know, any sort of inner city kid and thousands of kids, and you know, different. You know, race. I went to school with blacks, Native Americans, and you name it, whatever. And whenever there was a dust up, it's like, you know, I will meet you behind the school after school, and we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
And you just hammer on each other, and then most times it's like, you cool? Yeah, we're good. All right.
Then you go grab a malt.
See you later. I'll see you at football or hockey or whatever. and then you go home, and your dad would go, what the other kid look like? It just seemed like a simpler time. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some, but this is just bizarre to me.
It really is bizarre.
Really bizarre. So, yeah, I found that whole situation kind of interesting.
And that is why we refer to this as stuff Dan finds interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Dan Farris, what do you have for us today, sir?
Hey, South Dakota moms and dads.
Yeah, that's us.
Time to talk to your teens that are getting behind the wheel. This is not good.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, you know, young drivers already the highest risk age group in the country as far as what's going on the roads. And now it turns out South Dakota ain't doing real great when it comes to youth risk behavior behind the wheel. In other words, driving while intoxicated.
Okay.
Now, according to youth risk behavior surveillance systems in the CDC, nearly 8% of high school seniors in America say they have driven while intoxicated. 8%. Another 17% say they've ridden in a car operated by someone under the influence. Now, according to the website Copilot, wanted to pinpoint the states with the worst teen drinking and driving problem. So they created Risk Index using data from the CDC, found that South Dakota is one of the worst places for teen drunk driving in the nation. Here are the states with the worst teen drinking and driving rates, the top 10. Montana leads the pack.
That just really surprises me.
But think of how wide open that area is, and there's probably not like a ton of Uber and stuff, and there's probably not a whole lot else to do. I bet most of these places where it is an issue, it's smaller communities where these kids feel like they have nothing to do.
Whole lot more wide open space, Heidi. You are correct there. At number 2 is Kansas, followed by Louisiana, New Mexico, Vermont, Arkansas. Arizona's at 7. Texas places number 8. Colorado's at number 9. And at number 10 is South Dakota. Yeah. Overall, more than 1 in 4 South Dakota teens, about 26.3%, admit to drinking alcohol. Nearly 15% of those classify themselves. Wow, 15% of South Dakota teens classify themselves as binge drinkers. Yikes.
Yeah, that's a big number.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, let's be careful out there. And I think one of the coolest things that ever, well, not one of the coolest things, but there was a group, someone leading the charge with the teen drinking years ago, the city I was living in, and part of what they did, they would pick a Saturday night, and they would take these kids down to County General, the hospital.
Okay.
Emergency entrance.
Right. Yeah.
And watch what was coming in the door.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. And 90% of what was coming in the door was drunk and intoxicated and drugged and beat up and crashed, and it was pretty brutal. It's like, that can be you if you want to continue doing this.
Right.
So kind of a tough love type thing.
Wow.
So it's serious stuff.
Really is. Thanks for the update, sir.
I hope I could depress everyone.
Yeah, you got me.
And you did that. Here. You definitely did that.
Weeping.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up, I've got a guest. I'm going to be visiting with a young lady about the TeaZombieWalk. We're going to go to that.
The TeaZombieWalk?
Yeah, it's coming up this weekend. It's this Saturday.
I knew T was lousy with zombies.
Yeah, they got zombies walking all over the place. But the money that's being raised is for the T Veterans Memorial.
Oh, fantastic.
So they're trying to raise some dough.
We're down with that, yeah.
And they're way behind on fundraising right now. So you can donate. Even if you don't do the TeaZombieWalk, you can donate through them. So we'll be chatting about all the details and how you can get involved. That's coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com. Ooh.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit right now with Lindsay Brockberg, and she's got a fun event coming up on the 16th. It is called the TeaZombieWalk. And Lindsay, is this the first year you've done this, or have you guys done this before?
This will be T's first ever zombie walk. So we're pretty excited to have this event coming out to our little town.
That's awesome. I was going to say, I didn't think that I had seen one in T before. I know that there have been things like this elsewhere, but let's talk about what's going to happen on the 16th. And then I really like where the funds are going to go. So we'll talk about that as well. But first, let's start with if people want to be a part of this, what do they do on Saturday, October 16th?
And so we're going to have our registration at 4 o'clock at the Sky Lounge Bar in T. The zombie walk is going to start about 5 o'clock, and then we're hoping by about 7, we're also going to incorporate a cruise night. So we're encouraging people to dress up themselves and dress up their vehicles and just have a big party dressed up as zombies.
That is really cool. I think it sounds like a ton of fun. And again, it's all happening in T, South Dakota. And it's kind of on that Main Street area by the Sky Lounge then is where we'll find you guys?
Yeah, that's where the startup is going to be. And so the route's going to be along the Sky Lounge, around the T Legion and T Steakhouse, and kind of circle around the sports complex out there. So plenty of parking for anybody that wants to come out.
That sounds like a ton of fun. Is there a fee to be a part of this, or how does a person, because I know it's a fundraiser for a really great cause, how do you raise funds?
Yeah, so it's going to be $10 for the registration fee, and that covers the walk and the cruise night. You can register at the time of the event. Otherwise, we do have a Venmo account that's going to go straight to the T Veterans Memorial. 100% of the proceeds goes directly to that memorial fund.
And that's something that I know they're raising funds for right now, and they want to try to get as much as they can so they can get that going. I think that's really cool that you guys are going to be a part of that.
Yeah, they're really behind in their funds. You know, unfortunately, COVID has kind of affected a lot of things, and they're only a quarter away of their goal. And so they're looking for help and donations as much as possibly can so we can put that memorial up for those veterans that fought for us. Absolutely. Again, the funds that are raised goes to the T Veterans Memorial.
The event is coming up Saturday, October 16th, which sounds like a long ways away, but it's like this Saturday already. How in the heck did that happen?
I have no idea how we're already in October.
I know. It's just crazy to me. So this Saturday, it's going to be in Tea, South Dakota, the TeaZombieWalk. If people would like to find some more information, there's an event on Facebook set up as well, right?
Yes, and then we also have a Facebook page. It's just TeaZombieWalk. We also do have a Gmail account, TeaZombieWalk@gmail.com, if anybody wants to sign up for volunteers or just get more information.
Lindsay, thank you for doing what you're doing. I think this is going to be a ton of fun.
All right, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Again, the TeaZombieWalk, it's this Saturday. And I'm going to ask Lindsay one more time. What time does everything get started in Tea on Saturday?
Registration is at 4 o'clock. The Zombie Walk is at 5 o'clock.
All right. This Saturday, 4 o'clock, Zombie Walk at 5. Again, it's going to be right by the Sky Lounge in Tea. All of the funds raised go to the Tea Veterans Memorial. So what a great thing. If you'd like more information, I'll throw a link to the info on our Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/Sunny Radio and Facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out. Just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
And it's time now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for News with Dan Farris.
Right off shoe leather. Banging on desk demanding answers. That's what I do. So, hey, let's go to Los Angeles. Who's with me? Let's go. All right, here we go. I love this story a lot. Roger Crystal was out cruising with his wife. They were in downtown L.A. the other day. That's what they were doing, just driving along. What?
Okay.
Strap yourself in. It gets better.
Ready for the ride, Heidi.
Just kind of driving along. Roger and his wife. I love you, honey. I love you too. Driving along. Oh, look at that. What is that? I don't know. It looks like a street person that might be overdosed on some kind of drugs.
Oh.
Possibly opioids.
In Los Angeles?
No. Say it isn't so.
Say it isn't so.
So Roger and his wife pulled over.
Okay.
The medically trained couple spotted the man going down on the sidewalk. What happened next shows Roger kneeling over the man on the sidewalk as a dog waits at his side.
Oh, wow.
And happens to have Narcan with him.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Who travels with that?
He's a doctor.
I'm glad you asked. Here we go.
He's
Well, they
Narcan
bring the
salesman.
man to save the man's life. It was an opioid overdose, by the way.
Okay.
Just so happens, Roger Crystal, he's the man who invented Narcan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Boy,
No.
that's-
The rest of the story.
That's why I'm an award-winning journalist right there. Let's jump into sports, shall we? I think we shall. Sports brought to you by Bert and the crew at Hockey Headquarters right there on North Hercules, the Sanford Sports Complex. They've got what you need. Great array of used equipment, too. Well, the boys of October are getting ready to mix it up a little bit. A little quick check on Major League Baseball here. Who's winning their divisions? Who's going to see some playoff action? I'm glad you asked. Chicago White Sox, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Astros, the Braves, the Giants. However, the Dodgers are chasing the Giants hard. Who do I like to take it all?
Yeah, who do you like?
Put your money down right now. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay.
Everything you own. By the way, hey, Twins fans, that's right. Your Twinks are dead last in the AL Central, over 20 games out of first place. Mathematically speaking, they've already been eliminated from next year's playoffs. Sunny, 93.3 News Desk. I'm Dan Farris, reminding you of the news to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, October 11th, 2021. Equity markets hovered near break-even Friday after rebounding from recent lows in the previous session. The move came despite a shockingly low non-farm payroll figure that raises serious questions about the future of S&P 500 earnings. With the number of job openings at record levels and growing, there is no way for businesses to meet their revenue and earnings targets. Worse, the longer some of these jobs go unfilled, the greater the damage to the global supply chain. This week, investors will be turning their attention to the earnings season and specifically the big banks. All of the big banks are slotted to report earnings this week, and there is a high expectation for earnings growth and capital returns to shareholders. If the banks fail to meet the consensus estimates, it could spell trouble for the index at large. The true peak of earnings season will begin next week. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.